After his open letter to the government on governance deficit, Azim Premji has now hit out at the opposition. In an interview to NDTV from the World Economic Forum in Davos, he says the opposition is playing a destructive role, which is stopping crucial bills from getting passed, and that voters are way too intelligent to get carried away by such gimmicks. He also said FDI and multi-brand retail was an ill-timed move by the government, as it wasn't a national priority and they should have realized that the opposition was in a destructive mood. Speaking on India Inc.'s harsh criticism of the government, he said they could have done it with kid gloves but preferred to be honest.
Many really believe what happened over the last 9 to 10 months, as you were saying, is almost like killing an economic miracle that India really had. We were talking about 9% growth last year. Right now, we're even hoping that we'll be able to achieve 7% growth. What really went wrong? How much did politics play a role in India's slowdown?
I think it caused a lot of uncertainty in government in terms of the inability to get bills through, the inability to get legislation through because of a constant opposition by the opposition.
Right.
Sometimes to a destructive sense, not in what was right and what was wrong. I think that is important to get corrected going forward, because everyone is hurting themselves, including the opposition, because they get no credit with the voters as a result of it.
Right. Let me just take forward some of the points you had mentioned, a destructive opposition, and it's also important because one of your other peers in industry, Sunil Bharti Mittal, actually wrote a letter to the opposition saying that they've not been playing a very responsible role and they need to rise above politics. There seems to be an increasing voice that's coming out of corporate India now. Government bashing was so-called the flavor of the season, and now increasingly more and more corporate leaders telling the opposition to be more responsible.
But that's a fair comment to make, isn't it? I mean, you don't make yourself big by making somebody else smaller.
Right.
I mean, that's a reality of life. You don't win elections by trying to get somebody else to lose an election. You win on merits eventually. I think the Indian public voting is much too intelligent to get carried away with gimmicks on a sustained basis. People have to deliver.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.